when you think about young people, the number one thing is just understanding credit. When you're young, we were able to learn about credit on our own, basically. And it's interesting because I consider myself coming from a family that I had a two-parent household, very well educated, and I still was not taught about credit, which was very interesting as I look back on that. I was not really taught about credit. Therefore, I got caught up in those, you know, in the, you know, like it was funny when you said Macy's. I had a Macy's card, you know, and used it and then paid $25 a month and wondered why I couldn't. I don't even have any money left. You know, I can't even pay this bill. So it was just, I got caught up in that. And it takes so long once you get your credit to a point where it's damaged to kind of rebuild. And so what we were able to do, my husband and I, is able to like teach our kids how to build credit, utilizing our own credit, putting them on as signers, authorized signers onto our credit cards that built their own credit, because you have to have credit. You can't just not have credit and do things. They force you to have credit. So, and it's funny, I really like the way you keep saying it's really a game. You have to learn the game. All of this is a game. You've got to just know how to play the game. And once you learn how to play the game, you're able to make some moves. And so we were able to kind of teach them how to do this. And through college, they were able to pay their rent with their credit card bills. We were paying the money, but it looked like they were using it every month and paying it every month. And from that, our daughter, she's 22. She bought a house. Well, she's 23 now, but she bought a house at 22. Not a house at 22 to be a house that she's staying in long term, but as an investment. So right now it's a liability because she's actually paying for it. But the goal is to flip that house to get her new house, to flip that house to get a new house. And she's actually doing it in a revitalization zone that is, you know, gentrification is happening. She was able to get in. So she's had this plan. And I'm just happy that we were able to teach our kids earlier than we were taught, to use credit to your benefit, and to think outside of the box, and to believe that you can do all of these things that you set your mind to. I mean, and we had to have a wake-up call with her because out of college, there was a job that she had waiting, and it was paying pretty good money. We were like, oh, you need to just do that job. And she was like, no, that's not my dream. And so we had to allow her the room to have vision, to have, you know, something that she really wanted to do. And just allowing her to have that room to do that, she's done so much more than what she would have done if she was in that 9-to-5 job. And we were only looking at that short-term monetary gain, not the long-term vision. So, yep, I think credit is important. Young people just knowing that keeping your credit under 30%, you know, simple stuff that people don't tell you, is important. I agree with the cryptocurrency. I agree with the precious metals. It's just interesting. I'm into all of that. I have crypto, metals, all of that. And it's important. And I'm trying to learn more about it. I'm very new in the crypto area and all of this. And I'm trying to learn. I try to, like, you know, watch videos and different things. So I'm looking forward to any insight into that, because it can be pretty technical.
Yes.
But at the same time, there's so much money to be made, particularly with some of the newer cryptocurrency.
Well, even the old Bitcoin. Bitcoin just came back.
Bitcoin is pretty expensive right now. It's almost $20,000 per coin. So unless you have 20,000, you know what I'm saying?
Guess what though? The people that kept their Bitcoin, because remember, Bitcoin went by the wayside.
Yeah.
It was at some point a few years ago, they told, oh, just get rid of all your Bitcoin. Look at it now. It's the long game.
You're right, but here's the problem. You got to be careful about what people are telling you to do, because the same people telling you to get rid of your Bitcoin are the ones who are understanding what Bitcoin is about to become. And they're swiping it all up at $2,000 or at $1,000 a coin, knowing, because I mean, I'm hearing that Bitcoin can go to $250,000 a coin. I mean, I have some Bitcoin. I don't have very much Bitcoin, but I have some Bitcoin. And if it gets to 250, I'll be pretty happy. But you know, I I just I don't know. I just think that there's a lot to be learned about that cryptocurrency and stuff. I know that they're moving out of the dollar. They're moving away from the dollar into this currency, and there's some pros and some cons. You can make money, but at the same time, I'm just a little leery about the fact that the coin is, it's supposed to be this not unregulated, but non-traceable money, and it's not. It's the more I think about it, the more I learn about it, there's a lot of ability to trace where your money is and where it's going and stuff, all of the regulations. But anyway, I think it's a lot of information that young people need to learn. I think that young people today are so open to learning new things that they really are the key to our future. You know, I think that they could be so beneficial if they just had an opportunity to learn. So I think this is a great platform and you know, a great idea to get the word out to people. And I don't mean just young people. There are other people out here who need to know this and just don't know, you know. So I
Absolutely.
like the conversation. I really do.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I'm happy to share with you guys is that amongst our community, there are folks waiting for you to express that interest. So I guess through Mill, I'd be happy to introduce you to these groups. I mean, I don't do a lot of Facebook stuff, like, but what I do is I'll go into the group and I'll learn as much as I can through the conversations, and through the research. They talk about books to pick up, different locations where you can learn more stuff about the different currencies. So, and they're all us. I mean, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about white folks. I'm talking about they black people from the neighborhood, um, and they're interested in getting more black people
Involved.
involved in these types of things. So I'll be happy to like I said, through Ramil, Southern
Okay.
Mill, to introduce everybody to this. But yeah, it's very important, very important. And one of the things that I know about our community is it's not how it's taught. Well, no, it's not who is teaching it, it's how it's taught.
Hmm.
We're big on that aspect. You know, you got to be able to reach people
Right.
and make it impactful. I think I can do that. So I could just bring it down to just regular layman terms. Like,
Hmm.
um, we got to think about these things. Um, and we got to make sure, like it's like the example I use with perishable. If you tell a child that, I think that it would hit home. If you keep thinking about your money in terms of bread and cheese, guess what? You're not gonna hold
No.
on to
Right.
it.